Oh my gosh, I am so excited. It is almost time. Come with me to get my coffee and I'll tell you all about it. Changing plans. This is going to be a hot chocolate morning. Can't forget the marshmallows. All right, folks, it is March and we all know what this means. And no, it's not March Madness. Camping season is back on. Let's do this. But first, I'm gonna finish my hot chocolate. So good. Before we can take our rig out and have some fun, we first have to head out to storage and do a few maintenance items. That should always be the first thing you take care of before the camping season begins. So let's go. There she is, John.
Yeah.
Waiting for a little TLC. It's been a while.
Little.
Normally we have her out like every 2 weeks, but with me being sick, it just wasn't possible.
Now that I'm at the rig, I'm going to check the tires. I'm going to check the tire pressure. I'm going to check the tread wear, and I'm going to check the sidewalls. When I check the tread, I'm looking for the depth of the tread. If it's too shallow, you have to replace the tire. Also, if you have too much damage to the sidewall, dry rot, cracking, you need to replace the tire. And after that, I will check the pressure to make sure it's within the required pressure. Make sure you get one of these. They come in very handy. You need a big one so that when you get to the back tires, you can reach those inside stems. And finally, check the date on your tire. It should be right on the sidewall. Ours is right here. It says 3820. And that means it was manufactured the 38th week of 2020. As I walk around the rig checking the tires, I will check out the sides and the top or whatever I can see to see if there was any damage during the winter. This is looking good. We recently had our oil changed in January, so we're good on oil, but I still like to check my fluid levels, so I check my oil, transmission fluid, and my wiper and coolant levels, as well as checking your air filter. Remember to do that, and your brakes, your brake fluid. And I've already checked all of these things, including my washer fluid, and everything is good and we are ready to go. Next, I'm going to walk around and check all the seams I can see and reach. Our storage facility doesn't allow us to go up on the roof, so we'll do that at the campground. We recently had our generator serviced, but you'll want to make sure that your oil levels in there are good. Now we're going to head inside to check our smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. What are you doing?
Just trying to keep up.
Oh boy. Our slides are in and we can't put them out right now since we're in storage. Our smoke detector is between the slide here about halfway back, so I can't even reach it with my hands. So we'll have to replace those batteries when we get to the campsite. So now we'll check the AC filters. Oh, they look pretty good. Whoops. I'm breaking things. All right. They look pretty good, but we should probably take them out and clean them anyway. Here, let me take one down, and you can see that they're fairly new, and you can see pretty much right through them.
There is some residue on there.
There is
if
some.
the camera picks it up or not, so we definitely should clean them off. And you really only have to wash them off, so.
And it's surprising. It's mostly small insects.
Yeah, so we're leaving on our trip tomorrow.
Yes, we're leaving
so
tomorrow.
We can wash them off tonight.
Yep.
And let them sit and dry in the RV.
That's true.
And then put them in before we leave.
We could.
Okay.
All right.
Good plan, John. You're
Yeah.
so smart.
Well, there's one drawback. We have no water in this yet.
We can take them home and clean them and then bring them back.
And then bring them back. Yes, we'll do that. We've had some rain lately, so I'm going to walk around and make sure we don't have any leaks. I'm going to check the windows, the seals around the windows, and I'm going to check the front dash. And when I'm done with this, I'll check the ceiling and the other windows around the rig. There are a couple of things to take care of, but we're going to hit the road first.
Now, our first campground that we're going to after opening our RV back up from its winter nap is going to be a campground that's very close to home. So we're only going to travel about an hour away from home. We don't want to go too far because we want to make sure that everything's working well before we start off this camping season.
We're at the campground now. You can see our smoke detector. It's right up there. And you should change those batteries yearly. And we've taken care of that, and we're going to test it. Cover your ears. Uh-oh. Why didn't it? Well, that's...
And this is why you test it.
Yeah.
And this is also a really good time to go ahead and sanitize your water system.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never done that before, we've already done a video on it. I'll go ahead and post that here, but watch this video all the way through first, and I'll put that video at the end as well. And then go ahead and click on it, and we go through the entire process of sanitizing your water system. Quick break from preparing the camper for the new season. We are trying to reach 100,000 subscribers this year, and we have a really long way to go. We're currently at 1,800.
Right.
So if you are finding value in our content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash that like button. Also, leave down in the comments below what you do to prepare your camper for the new season. We'd love to hear your suggestions and share them with all of our viewers. All right, back to work.
What?
You gotta do more work.
No. If you have a carbon monoxide detector, be sure to test it. And as a bonus tip, you should really test it before each trip. Now, I'm going to test ours by using the button marked test. Check your carbon monoxide detector for a date. Ours says right on the front faceplate, replace 60 months after retail sale. These things have a limited time, a limited use.
And if you take the screws out and look behind the plate, you'll see what the manufacturer date of the carbon monoxide detector is. Use that date and calculate 5 years. At that point, it needs to be replaced.
Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.
And lastly, we're going to make sure no rodents got into our coach while it was in storage. We're looking every crack, crevice, and cabinet for any sign of feces or chewed wood or anything scratched up. We have checked our rig for everything, and it looks great. We are ready for the season.
Now, if only you could do something about this weather.
I know, it's cooler than we expected on our first trip out.
Cold, windy, with rain.
Hold on. Well, this is our first outing at Elk Neck. Holy cow. Look at this.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a good chance for us to relax, enjoy the time together, spend a little bit of time outdoors. But now we know that our camper is ready for the camping season.